up? It's your boy Leo Faded. Welcome to the Straight Faded podcast. And before I start, I want to give a shout out to Money Motive Clothing. Check out Get Faded Apparel. You could check out my merch, Leo Faded. Thank God on Friday, 310. Also, check out Tattoo Galley. You want any tattoos or any ink related? You want to look good? Like hit her up. And also shout out to Radio Vision. And today, some special guest is Edgar Cabachuela.
How's it going, man?
How's it doing, man? Like,
You know, us.
how you doing?
Pretty
How was
good,
your
pretty
night?
good. Well, enjoying it. It's cold, pero ahí vamos.
You're not a cold person?
Yeah, I am. I was actually born on a cold day.
When were you born?
December 10th, 1987.
Oh, then I see young.
It was raining like crazy, according to what my mom said.
Yeah, what part of Mexico are you from? Or what part are you from?
No, I was born here in LA, but my mom's from Jalisco. My dad was from Honduras.
Oh, you have. I saw that you have Honduran. I saw that you have Honduran. How is it? Like you've been over there?
Yeah, it's fun, pero no, nothing like Mexico. Eso sí.
Yeah, ¿qué te gusta de México?
Apart from the place itself, like especially my mom's town in Jalisco, which I still need to discover the rest of the state. The food and of course the music, being that I'm a musician.
And being a musician, I saw that you started singing at 2. You were barely 2.
Yeah.
How do you get started like that? ¿O cómo empezaste? Because that's too young.
Yeah, no. Well, mom told me that she would always play music before I was born, and so I guess I came out with the talent to play decir. And mom said that the first song that I was singing when I was a kid was, if I'm not mistaken, "And I'll Always Love You" by Whitney Houston.
Oh dang! So you were already singing those type of songs.
This was back in the days.
Who were some of the artists that inspired you at that time, or like your parents were listening to at that time?
No, this was when I was a kid, but my mom introduced me to a lot of music, like all kinds of different mariachi stuff. Jose, Temerarios, Bookies. I met Jose when I was 5 years old, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you that too later on in the podcast because I saw that you've been around famous people and Jose is a legend.
Yeah, at the time I was still a kid, but I grew up listening to his music.
What you got, like, cuando lo conociste, like, what you got out of him? ¿O qué aprendiste de él?
I shook his hand and he just said hi to me because I was coming into a show that was hosted by Humberto Luna back when he was doing La Hora Lunática in Telemundo.
I saw you were on Telemundo too.
Yeah.
How that happened, or how was that experience for you?
It was fun. I got it thanks to iHomie, or also known as La Casa del Perro. It's a very well-known music store in downtown LA. Shout out to Oscar Naranjo, El Señorón, the guy that runs it. The day Armando Manzanero died, they got the opportunity to get an interview at the store talking about him, and they called me right away, and they said, "Hey, Telemundo's coming down. You want to come on an interview?" I'm like, "Okay." And that's how it happened.
And you were not nervous being like a big network or like a big channel?
No, I guess because I'm used to talking, so it's nothing major for me.
How many podcasts you've done or you've been?
This is my first. This is my officially by myself. This is my first one because I've been this. This is my second one, because the previous one I was asked a couple questions in un podcast que hicieron en homenaje a Chelino Sánchez.
Well, then, what do you think of Chelino? Like, that's a legend too.
Yeah, I grew up listening to a lot of his music.
Do you do covers of him?
I've done some of his songs.
What is like uno que te piden mucho de él?
Prenda el alma en Los Hermanos Mata.
Then you never get like annoyed or like when you're out and then I don't know, we're like, oh, canta esta o canta esta.
No, yeah, de tanto que la hago como que it's just natural for me to do it. You know, mucha gente they say like, oh, siempre piden la misma chingadera, pero como dicen, it's part of the show. You know, you gotta do it.
So let's say one day you're like at a restaurant and you personally you're not right there. Y alguien te dice, oh, can you sing this song? Will you still do it? Or you'll be like, no, I can't right now. Or todavía te la echas.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like let's say somebody tells you like, oh, puedes cantar esta canción.
If I know it, yes.
Yeah. Y si no, pues no.
No, pues, I mean, I can't do a song that I don't know, you know?
But are you good with your ear? Like you go catch up with the lyrics fast? ¿Te la aprendes la canción rápido?
2-3 times.
Or to
max.
practice?
Yeah. Most people take about months to get it down.
I saw que you do segunda voces.
Yeah, I've recorded a couple.
How's that? You like doing that?
That was actually new for me because I mean I've always sung primera.
You used to do
Y
primera?
I still do.
Oh, okay.
The first time that I did it fue en un project que invitaron a un amigo mío que se llama Goyo Gastelum, who's also an artist. Shout out to him.
So,
Salió en una canción que le hicieron a Yaciel Puig when he was barely coming into the Dodgers. Like a lot of people come out on it. Him, myself, Voces del Rancho, Los Dos Primos, Los Hermanos Herrera, just to name a few.
I saw también que tocas instrumentos.
Yeah,
Instruments.
yeah.
¿Cuál es tu favorito de todos los que tocas?
Probably the bajo quinto and the vihuela.
What's that one?
The vihuela it's the little tiny guitar that the mariachi uses.
Is that kind of like
it's like a round guitar. The back is como panzoncita type of.
Yeah.
You've seen those, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got two of them. One I bought at Casa del Perro, y la otra me la regaló one of the former members de Mariachi Sol de México, de José Hernández.
And how long you been making music like professionally?
3 years.
3 years. And it looks like you've been doing it for a while. Like it looks like you've been in the game.
Yeah, I've been around. I mean, yeah, I played with different groups. I had my rocker face también for a while when I was in high school. Pero yeah, cuando I was about to graduate, that's when I got into norteño.
And how's that experience so far? 3 years.
It's fun. I mean, of course, it's a mission, especially cuando estás empezando desde abajo, and some of the things you have to do it yourself.
Yeah, for sure. For those that don't know, you're legally blind, right? You can't
Total.
see. Yeah, you can't see. So I feel like that's another challenge. That
Yeah.
como dice que you gotta do it yourself.
Yep.
So on top of that, I feel like you have pressure to other artists that feel that they can't do it, but at the same time, look at you doing it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like, does that get in the way?
No, it's just another challenge for me, and I tend to, if I've been challenged even since I was born, this is nothing new to me.
Do you write your own music?
Nope. I have had friends that have given me compositions to record. Like for example, my second single que grabé con el Mariachi Sol de México was written by a friend of mine, se llama Víctor Lara Rivera. He's a composer.
Yeah.
He used to work at the store, Casa del Perro. And when he met me at the time, he was showing me the song, and back in 2018, I was in the Mariachi Nationals for the second time. I went 3 times to such competition that Sol de Mexico hosts, 16, 18, and 19. It's a competition where they have singers, mariachis, and now they just recently added ballet folklorico dancers.
And why don't you write your own music? You don't know how, or you just never got into that?
I don't know.
I feel like an artist, not you're supposed to, but I feel like you got that creativity to write your own.
I think I'm more on the creative side when it comes to arrangements.
So you like to fix and like edit stuff like that?
No, that I haven't learned that yet. But I'm talking about like when I'm playing.
Like the instrument?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But lyrics never fully.
No.
Have you ever been in a relationship where they didn't support you?
Oh yeah. This was back in high school. When I told my ex what I wanted to do, she laughed at me and straight up, "Oh, you're just wasting your time. Que no sé qué. Like it's not gonna get you anywhere." Yeah. Look at her 20 years later. By herself. Divorciada, with kids. Turns on the TV and she sees me in Telemundo. Now, I knew you were gonna make it. I'm like, oh, now you do.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you like how would she feel now que te miran Telemundo and Univision and all these shows and they didn't believe you back then?
No, pues now it's como typical. Back then they don't believe in you. You're up there. Oh, I knew you were gonna make it. No, thanks.
But can you fault them sometimes for not believing you because they don't see our vision? I guess.
No, I just como dicen. Back then when they don't believe in me, I'm like, okay. Like, I don't fight them. I don't say like, oh, you're messed up. I'm like, okay. I just let actions speak louder than words.
I saw you with Wounded Studio. That's a record label.
Yeah, Wounded Enterprises Incorporated. Shout out to the homie Ruben, aka Wounded, who's the main guy, CEO. He's the one that runs it. I've done recordings for other artists that he's done there, whether it's Bajo Quinto parts or segundas, and I'm also currently in a project with a couple of friends of mine under that label. Se llama Grupo de Repente.
And how did that label company find you guys, or how you
No,
connected with them?
no. They found me through the bass player. His name is Julio Tamayo. He's the one. Him, myself, and the accordion player are the ones that basically started the group.
And that label found you guys and got you
No,
guys in?
no. When the label found me, it was because of Julio, because he took me to the studio because he needed to, for me to do seconds on one of his songs.
Yeah.
That's when I met Wounded.
Mm. And how is it doing seconds? Like, is it like a dope thing you would like to stay with? You like to be like a leader, or you like to play the guitar more, like, or you like that position?
Anything that has to do with music, I enjoy. Whether it's recording seconds, playing, recording for myself, as long as I get to do what I enjoy.
There's another record label. I saw that you were working with some Alianza Records.
Yeah, back then.
So that was before Wounded?
Yeah, but at the time I wasn't recording. I was just doing segundas for Goyo at the time.
So nothing
Pero
official.
no, pero at the time when I was still recording for them at the time was I wasn't that known. The studios were kind of getting to know me already. Like Gomez Digital, shout out to Don Juan and Don Toño Gomez, son hermanos. They're good friends of mine. That's where I started.
And I bring them up because those two labels are pretty big. Like, they're known. And
Yeah. Now, I mean, I've had friends from Alianza todavía that still follow me, especially the main guy, Tony.
yeah.
Yeah, like now I guess that they see what I'm doing. I guess it catches their attention, you know.
And do you practice your instrument when you do them, or like you
Yeah.
practice your voice también, like in the showers or like everywhere?
No, I mean I'm always listening to music every day.
You didn't take no classes or nada?
Yeah, I did go to school.
And you learn a lot from there, or you feel like you did it on your own, like you already had it? Because you said you were doing it since 2.
Yeah, es una mezcla de half and half. Half of it I learned on my own. La otra mitad pues lo aprendí cuando estaba en la escuela. I went to a music school que se llama the Coburn School.
Mm.
It's like one of the top music schools here in LA. Only like the good musicians get to go there. Con decirte que at the time, well, not sure how much you know about classical music, but I'm pretty sure you heard of the name Plácido Domingo. He was one of the big guys in the board of directors.
¿Quiénes son unos que admiras tú en la música?
Hay varios. Some I've gotten to meet, as a matter of fact, like como por ejemplo Conjunto Primavera. I got to sing with them twice. Like about 2 years ago. There's actually a video on my Instagram where when I sang with them for the first time. Mariachi Sol de Mexico, who I got to record with twice también. Awesome group. Buenísimos. Y very strict, especially when it comes to recording. They don't let any little detail pass by. Like, you gotta be on top of your toes.
And how's that? Like, I feel like that's pressure, no?
No, with them, believe it or not, I thought I was gonna get, like, because it was my first time recording with an actual group. Because in other studios, como por ejemplo, whether in Gomez or even in Wounded too, you know, when you're recording and you messed up, you know, a veces the engineers, they're like, oh, sí, déjalo, we'll fix it. And me, that I'm a perfectionist, I don't like that. Like, I like que quede lo más perfecto que se pueda.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm putting my name on that thing, like my talent, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
And if it comes out messed up, it's going to come out messed up when they release it on digital platforms. Y cuando grabé con Sol de México, my mom was like, all right, now you're going up another step. Now you got to be on top of your game. So when I got to record Aunque Sea Mentira, which was my second single, during the whole process, solamente me pararon una vez.
Yo, what's up? You're on the Straight Faded Podcast, and I'm Anthony Campos, aka Big Citric. And make sure to check me out at BigCitric.com. I do acting and stand-up comedy, so you never know when you might catch me at a city near you. Wait, Straight Faded, dog is.
Yo, what's up? It's the Bullet, and you tuned in to the Straight Faded Podcast. You already know, bringing you that raw material. And you guys check out my new freestyle, Victory Lap Freestyle, on my IG page on the YouTube. Check it out.
Yo, what up? This is Crystal on Straight Faded Podcast. Check me out on IG at Yesca Cristal. That's LLESCA CRISTAL. And also, if you feel like it, subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's Sugar and Spice, all one word.
So you're like a one-take person?
Yeah.
How's that feeling? Because I feel like those artists that do that, because I get a couple artists that do one take, and they make it look so easy, like they've been practicing before they get here, and some of them that take like 20 tries. But
yeah,
even the engineers though, like they could make you sound good or they could make you sound bad, but
right.
you already leave it like 100%, like ready to go.
Yeah, because it's como dicen, the faster you do it, the less you make the engineers work. Why? Because you already know what you have to do. It's like, como dicen, nomás sales, entras y sales. Like you gotta be on top of your game. I've been having that ever since I worked with Sol, and it has helped me ever since.
We were talking earlier about you play the bajo sexto, right?
Yeah.
How can you tell the people like what is that, or like?
It's a variation of the 6-string guitar. It was actually made in Mexico, which you use it a lot in norteño music, like in lado como de like Monterrey, the northern part of Mexico, Texas and stuff.
But what you mean like 16? Like 16 strings or?
No, originally the bajo sexto it was 12 strings because before the bass came in, it had the function of the bass también.
So it's like a guitar?
Yeah, it's a guitar, but back then, if you listen to the music como like Los Alegres de Terán, Los Broncos de Reynosa, like all those old school norteño groups before Relámpagos, it was just the bajo sexto and the accordion.
Mm-hmm.
It was only two. When the bass came in, that's when they still use the bajo sexto, but not like a bass guitar at the same time. They were just using it just like a guitar itself.
Tocaste con Mariachi Sol de Mexico. That's a whole mariachi band. It's way different than a group, right?
Oh yeah.
So how is it singing with them compared to like a group or band?
It's a challenge because you gotta be on top of your game. Like as I said, come on, these guys have backed up Luis Miguel, Pedro Fernandez, Selena. They have been nominated 8 times for the Grammys, Latin Grammys. So no son cualquier mariachi that you find in your typical birthday parties type of deal, you know?
Yeah.
It's another level.
And when it comes to that, let's say you are at a party, viene una banda, un mariachi, and they're like, oh, they're playing an instrument. Can you adapt with them? Like,
yeah,
you can work with them?
I've sang with a couple of mariachis in diferentes fiestas and stuff. What maybe usualmente me aviento una canción y pues a veces hasta los mismos músicos dicen, oh, échate otra. All right, I do another one. Y ya que entramos más en confianza and they ask me like, oh, how long have I been singing or who have I recorded with? And the moment they hear Sol de Mexico, they're like, oh shit.
So they're like a big mariachi in Mexico and like...
Here.
Oh, here?
Here.
And they went to Mexico too?
Yeah, they're actually going to go to Tamazula in this month.
Mm-hmm. When did you notice that your life or your music career switch? Or like, cuando dijiste, I'm gonna go full in?
When I started recording.
That was the first time ever?
Yeah.
¿Te gusta el fútbol?
Yeah. My dad was a soccer coach and he played too here in LA.
Oh, for what team?
Era una liga de here de LA. My mom has all the pictures from back in the days. No me acuerdo qué equipo era, pero he was a strict coach too. You know, he was the type of person, and I think that's where I got it from him.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you. Do you think he inspired you or pushed you to be like who you are, like at least coaching wise, like give you like the ideas, tips, and all that?
not on the coaching wise, but on some of the sayings. I remember he would always tell me, like, uno tiene que ser perseverante. Like, siempre, siempre seguir para arriba, no ser llamada de petate. At the time when I was in high school, I didn't understand what he meant. Now that I'm in the position where I'm at, I get it. He was basically saying like you gotta keep on pushing, not just like a little spark and it just dies off. You gotta have that torch lit all the time.
What do you think about words being impact? Because he's not in the music environment, right? But even those words you could apply to yourself while doing music, or at least keep you going and pushing. You know? Like,
Yeah. That's what it has. Like in the past 3 years, I've done a lot than what I think other people would take years to do. I mean, who would have thought that on my first 3 years I would get to record with one of the top mariachis in the world twice.
that part for real. Like,
And then I got to sing with Conjunto Primavera twice.
who does that? Like, where does that happen?
Right. You know?
So I bet that's like a good feeling for you.
It is.
Well, at least for not competition, but like other artists that they got those opportunities and they don't take them or they don't see them or they can't experience. You know?
Right. And I'm very blessed. I'm telling you.
I saw that you do karate or you do some type
Judo.
of judo.
I was doing judo. Before the pandemic, I was actually training to go to the Olympics, Paralympics.
You didn't end up going?
No. When the pandemic came, everything got shut down. Y ahorita ando batallando because I'm trying to get a hold of my sensei so that I can get back in, so I can start training again.
So if you plan to go to the Olympics and all that?
I still want to do it.
Yeah.
I still want to do it.
So those are like one of your goals right now.
Yeah. I still want to get it back into it because back then, if you would have seen the schedule I had, it was crazy. I would train for 7 days, 3 times a day, for 32 hours.
Dang, so you were like dedicated.
Yeah. And the funny thing, todavía tenía tiempo para salir y para ir a tocar.
Dang. How do you manage that? Cause that's like do you have like a manager that does it for you or?
No. I use the saying that my sensei told me one time when I was barely starting. I was still trying to get my feet under me when it comes to balancing both judo and music. Y a veces o hacía una cosa y se me olvidaba la otra. O al revés. I would focus on music more than judo, or I'd focus more on judo than music. So then my sensei talked to me. He's like, hey, what's happening, man? Like, you're doing good, pero ojo, like, there's going to be some tournaments coming up y tienes que ponerte las pilas because we want you in top shape. And I told him, yeah, it's just that ando tratando de balancear la música y el deporte al mismo tiempo and sometimes I feel like I don't have enough time. He's like, no. You have time. You just have to know how to use it.
Now speaking about music again, you said you had like 7 singles, right?
7 by myself and 1 as a special guest.
And from those, which song ha pegado más? Like, que mira que...
Una que se llama Esa Mujer, which I took it out in 2 years ago for Mother's Day. And on the radio station in una estación que se llama La Perrona in Jalisco, that's the one that they ask for the most.
So you have radio play over there and
yeah,
over here too?
Yeah, in Mexico I do.
How was that feeling? Cause you did that music over here and then you get the airplay over there. What was their reaction?
They liked it. Plus it's a lot cheaper. Over here you gotta pay $5,000 just to get heard. Allá con $200 a month, you're good to go.
No, for sure. Well, at least you know like how that works and how to go about that to promote your single.
Yeah.
I also saw que tocaste con una jazz band, algo así.
Yeah, I've also been involved in jazz bands.
How is that? Is that like mariachi? Like
No.
Banda?
No, jazz is more like on the American side.
And
English side, in other words. I got into it when I was in 10th grade because of one of my band teachers. To this day, I still talk to him. And siempre cuando hace shows, because he has a jazz band too. Siempre cuando hacen shows that are local, that are close by, I always go.
I was like, shout out to the city of Wilmington, because también mire que you did segundas para el macizo.
Yeah.
How was that? Like, I remember when he was like one of the first artists out of Wilmington, representing Wilmington, at least, you know?
Yeah, I still talk to him here and there. I know his manager, as
So
a matter of
you
fact.
never worked on a song or something?
Recording, yes, pero never like help them arrange anything musically. Pero I just did segundas for him.
Then earlier también we were talking about que te entrevistaron en Univision.
Yeah, back
But-
in 2018.
But I don't
When
take
I
it
was in
too
the
much.
Mariachi
My
Nationals.
bad to cut you out, but no nomás en Univision, pero también estás en Univision 62, which is another state.
No, it was a program de Univision, pero I think from Texas.
Yeah, so that was like another Univision, but another state, right?
Yeah.
So that's pretty dope, because you get the Univision from LA, which is a big one. Then I think they got one in Miami too. I'm not
Yeah,
sure, but
yeah, they do.
so like that's pretty dope that you were able to do those types. And también Telemundo.
Yeah, no, Telemundo was here.
Oh, you did it?
Telemundo was here.
How was that one?
It was the interview that they did at the music store.
Oh, the shop.
Yeah, cuando Armando Manzanero murió, that's when the day that happened, that's when the store called me and was like, oh, Telemundo's coming down for an interview. We're thinking that you should take a shot. ¿Cómo ves? I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And that same day, it aired.
And does any of those interviews help your career or help you get more exposure?
In a way, yeah, but I think it helped me more, desenvolverme, like talking so that I would be able to talk to people like yourself.
Then La Opinión too. I saw you were there.
Yeah, they interviewed me when I was barely starting.
Then that was early in your career. Then
Yep.
that's a big thing. Cause La Opinión is a big revista or newspaper in
It is.
LA.
I mean, they're still active. No como antes, where you take out the on the newsstands, which most of them still have them. They're more digital, pero I still keep in contact with the person that interviewed me.
And you should redo that again. Do a digital one.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that one. I thought it was like newspapers.
Yeah. No, I got lucky. Cuando tocaron my very first single in Mexico, la de Te Extraño, which is una canción de Armando Manzanero, usaron eso como para presentarme.
Like an intro.
El artículo de La Opinión. Yep.
De repente, that's the group, but you just have a single called "Put Attention."
Yeah, it just came out.
How that one came about? I feel like that was a catchy, good
It is.
party song.
Esa fue idea del bajista, Julio Tamayo. Shout out a todos mis compañeros del grupo. That was thanks to a story that he went through. Hopefully, one of these days I can bring him in so he can tell you more about it. Pero the song's pretty catchy, huh?
Yeah, and it's good. It has like a party vibe.
It does. Siempre que le hemos tocado, like people have been digging it. They're like, "Yo, it's a badass song." You know?
Do you guys have a music video for it?
Yeah, we do.
How's that doing?
Ahí anda, like it's still picking up some views. Lo hicimos en un building que consiguieron junto con una agencia de modelos. Shout out to El Jefe from Lust Models. He's the one that put it all together.
And I saw that you've done a lot of competition with Mariachi.
Yeah, it was the Mariachi Nationals, the competition I was referring to earlier.
Yeah.
That's made by Sol de Mexico. I was there 3 times, 2016, 18, and 19. And esas 3 times, 2 out of the 3, I was 2 points away from first place, and the last time I was 2 points away from second place.
And what happened? What do you think you didn't got first?
Little details on the song. Porque te dan un little paper que te dice like where you messed up on.
So it give you like the review at the moment. And
Right.
What about your performance? Do you think your performance was good?
What's up, you guys? It's your favorite host. It's Mary Alex from theradioshow.com, 900 AM, and we're here. Check me out on Straight Faded Podcast.
Yeah, what up? This Smokes MC. What up? Spanish Fly MC, Mexican MC. Right here on the Straight Faded Podcast. Yeah, with your boy Lil Faded.
What up, what up? This is Sleepy Malo, the bad man, and I'm here at Straight Faded Podcast. Look out for my new music. Shout out to everybody out there. It's Mob G, baby.
Yo, what up, everybody? This is Wicked Baby Doll, and you're watching Straight Faded Podcast. Check it out.
Yeah. The thing that got me was on the last time I did it, porque era una canción con un falsete, and the previous day when we were rehearsing, I had done it without any flaws. Y no sé por qué, pero el día de la competencia, cuando la canté, me desafiné when I hit it. And that's when I knew, like, I'm screwed.
Do you think that was like minus that they caught it, or you just caught it yourself? Because most of the time.
They catch it, but I caught it myself.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Y luego, pues, acuérdate, it's all in Ring de Los Angeles. They're the judges, and they're very strict.
Yeah.
They don't let any little detail pass by. So.
Now I was gonna say, because sometimes like you could mess up and you catch it, but they won't catch it. Like
Yeah.
a mí me ha pasado, like I be performing, and I know I messed up, but other people are like, "Nah, you didn't mess up." But I know
No, and
you did,
that's the audience talking. Pero si hablas con otro músico, especially the ones that are cool with you, if they catch it, they're like, "Hey, you messed up here."
Do you have merch? Any things that you do? 'Cause I saw a logo that you had. It's like E and the C, right?
Yeah, that was
Computer
done here in
Edition.
OC. Shout out to Jimmy from Jimmy Recording Studio. He's the one that did logos for me. I just have to get it shipped over here porque lo hice allá en Jalisco. Son shot glasses
Yeah,
with my logos on them.
yeah, that's pretty dope. I think you have some mugs también, no?
Yeah,
Tazas?
yeah. Those I have them here. Like not with me, but I have them here. I can get you one if you want one.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, para el cafecito.
Yeah, I'm selling those.
Cantaste con Conjunto Primavera. You were talking about it
Yep,
earlier. You're
twice.
Like, those are legendary artists.
Oh, sí.
What you picked up from them?
I think more the experience, o sea, cómo es cantar con un grupo de esa talla, especialmente entre un montonal de gente. Even though, aunque fue en un club,
Yeah.
pero still, like, o sea, tener esa oportunidad de cantar con un grupo como esos, apenas empezando mi carrera, it's like, wow.
Another artist, que me llama Jorge Gamboa.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
I've gotten a chance to back him up on some of his shows with De Repente. We've backed him up on a couple of shows. Prises actually went to one of the shows. He tagged along with me.
How was that, like, doing
It's,
seconds or, like...
no,
being-
with him I haven't done seconds. Nomás toco como uno de los músicos.
Oh, like the instrument?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
How you get those type of gigs?
Julio knows him, and he knows his manager. So a veces cuando Jorge no tiene músicos, they call us.
También cantaste con los Muecas, creo. Que me lee.
Yeah, that was at Casa del Perro. That was one of those unexpected moments because Oscar, again, shout out to El Señorón, Oscar
You
Naranjo.
didn't get nervous or, like...
No,
Because those are legendary artists, too.
oh, they are.
We-
Yeah, they're
I
from
remember my dad and Tios, they were used to bump them.
yeah, they're from my mom's time too. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've had my moments like that. It's fun, you know, especially cuando no te lo esperas.
Yeah, for sure.
Te-
¿Cuáles son uno de tus sueños que tienes ahorita para cumplir?
To get to record with Mariachi Vargas.
Where are they from? Or
They're from Tecalitlan. If you think so, basically what Sol de Mexico is over here, Mariachi Vargas is all over the world. That's
Yeah,
like
more bigger?
the top,
yeah.
the top. Like you can't go any higher than that.
Have you ever got in contact with them? Or ever had any
Once.
interaction?
But
Any plans to work together?
they're a little bit more harder to get a hold of. You know, one because they're busy, and two, sometimes you have to find the right people to get a hold of. You know.
Also saw that you got your first music award.
Yeah, y para acabarla en mi birthday. Imagine that.
Damn, that's really a bless. But you're already blessed. Like I said, we've been talking about you've got like 3 years in this game, and
Yeah.
all the artists you got to meet, you got an award. Because
Yep.
for an artist, it's hard to get an award as it is for music. you
It
know?
is. It is.
So how's that? You have a frame? How's that feeling?
No, I have two. Me dieron el trophy of the heart, and the certificate frame.
Well, you have them on your pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom lo tiene en una britina at the top.
What do your mom or what do your parents think about you doing what you do?
Well, my dad already died back in 2020 le dieron 6 strokes. He died in
okay.
Honduras. I couldn't go see him porque era during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Pero he always knew that I was going to do something in music, something big. He would always tell me, and he would always tell my mom. Y por eso, that saying que siempre me decía, pues, se me quedó.
Also, you also recently just did the Pedro Rivera podcast.
Yeah, it was a
How you
new...
got those gigs or what? What do you think it helped you on that podcast?
More apart from networking and making connections, apart from that, I think it was more finding other ways of communicating, like opening up to people.
This is gonna be my last question or my last thing, but it's like a quote. Te lo voy a decir and you tell me what you think of it.
All right.
Dice, lo importante no es ganar, sino competir.
Eso era lo que siempre me decía mi papá.
What does that mean
All
to
the
you?
time. When I went to the 3 Mariachi Nationals competitions, y siempre quedaba like just a point from making it to the top. He would always tell me that. He's like, at the end of the day, even if you don't win, sometimes you're going to make more of an impact than the person that won. And now that I look back, it's true because look, after 3 times of going to the Mariachi Nationals, 2020 comes around. Yeah, es durante la pandemia, pero fue cuando grabé con Sol de México. My second single.
Yeah. So you have done a lot of accomplishments. You haven't quit.
Nope.
You're still doing it.
Yep.
You feel you still gotta keep it going for a couple more years? Or
Yeah, like I want to make sure that cuando ya me retire, I would have left something that people can talk about. Not because of my personality or whatnot, but more because of the fact that I always chase the dream.
Before we end, would you like to say any shout outs or anything you want to promote?
Yeah, saludos a toda la raza que está escuchando the podcast with Lil Faded. Shout out to everybody. Todos mis compañeros de grupo de repente, saludazos. El compa Julio Tamayo, compa Chon, Fishy. Shout out to Wounded. Thanks a lot for the support, my boy. Saludos, maestro José Hernández. Gracias por el apoyo. Esperamos que este año podamos grabar una vez más con usted y con Sol de México. Big shout out to iHomie, La Casa del Perro, y a Oscar Naranjo por el apoyo que me ha dado desde que empecé.
Big shout out to Edgar Cabachuela. Shout out Radio Visión. With your boy Leo Fade, and we out. You
Yeah.
heard?